It's allowing them. I want everyone to start thinking of this as giving them permission to be in your body, because since all of us were not taught about how to be with our emotions when we were young, we had to figure out coping mechanisms like pushing them away, suppressing them, thinking that they're bad, forming belief systems about emotions, looking at our cultural conditioning around emotions that, oh, I need to suck it up and big boys don't cry and all the things that we're taught that are wrong, And so we adopt these things in order to push them down because we were not given tools how to be with them. So the first step is just, hey, they're okay. And even though they're not who we are, because we are the witness to these emotions on a certain level, and then there's more complicated stuff. But if you think of it this way, we just allowed these aspects of our experience to come up because a lot of them were when we were babies and 5 years old. And imagine if a toddler came up to you and he had fallen down and bruised his knee, would you tell him, oh, just suck it up and you shouldn't be crying? You would never say that, right? But how many times do we treat our own feelings that way? And they could be there from when we were 2 years old. And so we want to meet them with tenderness and sensitivity. And think about how you would talk to this toddler if he did bruise his knee and he comes up to you and he's crying and he's looking at you. You need to show him in all the different ways that you get it and that you care. And so we might just kind of look and say, oh my gosh, I see that. What happened? You can tell me. You can tell me anything. And we meet him with this tenderness, and we have to convey to him that we really care non-verbally. We have to show this. And so this is the level of tenderness that I want you all to start meeting your own feelings, because your feelings, they're tender. They're from childhood, most of them. And even if they're from now, they deserve respect. They deserve to be seen and heard, and they deserve to be allowed to exist. So you can think about it like, how would I want to be treated by another person? Well, if someone just meets me and immediately they don't even get to know me, they start trying to change me, they try to fix me, get rid of me, all these things, that's going to feel really dehumanizing to be on the receiving end of that. And that's how these emotions feel. And that's how we've all been conditioned to be with them. So it's going to be really about learning how to just, oh, it's here. And I bet it has a valid reason that it's here. And even if I don't have to completely buy into the story I have around that emotion, I still have to tell this emotion, it makes sense. Like that did happen still, or the way I interpreted it, it makes sense that I feel this way. So we're not going to gaslight ourselves, and we're not going to think this story is the ultimate truth of life, because then we're imprisoned by the trauma. So that's a whole other thing where we're going to disprove that the story is the absolute truth. But if somebody hurt me, say somebody hit me, okay, and then I feel a certain way, I'm going to tell this emotion, yeah, of course you feel that way. Totally makes sense, because they did do that. So that's kind of an introductory way to start being with the emotions.